Well, welcome back. I know these circumstances are not exactly what we would all hope for, and I know there's some of you who do not like the idea of taking online classes, but we got what we got, and we're going to move forward, and hopefully together we can make this thing work here. I know I'm going to make some mistakes here in the next couple of months, but hopefully you'll be patient with me, and May will be here before we know it, and hopefully this virus scare will be in our rear windows so we won't have to deal with it anymore. All right, so I got a few things I want to talk to you about. Shouldn't take more than a few minutes. Let's get started. I will be here at school. I'll be plan to be here just about every day, especially in the mornings. I might leave in the afternoons. Either way, I'm going to be responding to your emails within a couple of hours. I'll be checking them all hours of day and night. And as long as school's open, as long as school is allowed to be open, you can come here if you have questions. We can meet, or in groups of under 10 people, we could meet and review chapters or learning objectives or anything that you might have an issue with, from homework to whatever. We can do that here. And so I'd be prepared to do that as long as the school's open. Let's just talk for a minute or two about how we're going to communicate. So a lot of it's going to happen through Moodle. And so I've created a forum for each of the chapters, starting with chapter 6, where you can post questions to the forum and I can answer them or respond to them as it relates to what's going on in that chapter. And if when you post questions, whether it's in this chapter forum or the next forum I'm going to talk about, make sure you could add a label to the top of it to mention the subject that you're asking about. So if we end up having a lot of questions, we can search and easily find out where certain subjects are, and hopefully that way everybody will be able to see what the questions are, and we won't get the same question asked several times. So remember that label if you can. And so there'll be a chapter, there'll be a forum for chapters 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And then I also added a forum that's just for general questions. And I labeled it General Questions Forum. And so that forum's going to be for questions where they don't necessarily relate to a chapter, they just relate to the class in general. If you have something of a personal nature, you could just go ahead and email me. That's just fine. I'm going to post some new PowerPoint slides on Moodle no later than Monday. I'll try and get it done before this weekend, where there'll be the existing PowerPoints for the chapter, plus I will do a talk over discussing all the key points and learning objectives in the chapter. So I'll have comments to make on probably every single slide. So you'll be able to listen to my thoughts about the slides as if I was in class, but not in class. So that'll be a little different. But I thought if I did talkovers, it would help you maybe pick up the concepts a little bit easier. So that'll be available this weekend. Then probably a most immediate issue for you guys is going to be the first test coming up on chapters 4, 5, and 6, which is going to take place on March 27th, a week from this Friday, or about 10 days from now, depending on when you're watching this video. So for that test, it will be on Moodle. There'll be a test there that you can log into. It'll start during your regular class time, and the window will be open for 4 hours. And you'll have 50 minutes in that 4-hour period to answer the questions on the test, just same time that you had for the first test. And so the first thing you need to probably work on is going back over your notes from chapters 4 and 5 and then chapter 6, and getting ready for the test by looking at the summaries at the back of each chapter, the slides, and then the Kahoots. They're all going to have parts and pieces that'll help you prepare for that 50-question test that'll be on March 27th. And then the next test on chapter 7, 9, and 10 will be done the same way on April 13th. And the last test, which will be a take-home test, and I will go over that with you in the next few weeks, and you'll just mail it back to me. As far as the presentations are concerned that you were going to do in class, some of you did them, some of you haven't done them. If you haven't done them, convert to just writing either a Word document with your presentation or make a PowerPoint out of it and mail it to me. And if you can send that to me anytime till the end of April, I would accept that and give you credit for that. For the stock portfolio project, rather than doing it week by week from now on, I just want you to make the final report for the portfolio, as the example is on Moodle. Make that and then add your 10 weeks of stock reports to it. And you can email that to me, and that can also be submitted anytime between now and the end of April. So you guys don't have to worry about doing those things right away. You concentrate more on the next test, on chapters 4, 5, and 6 coming up. I've changed some of the dates in Connect for the Learn Smart and for the homework assignments. So you should have time to get those done here in the next week or so. Doing these assignments is going to be even more critical now than it was before, because these assignments and actually going through the text is going to give you your best chance to master the material. And so good luck with that. If for some reason that you have some special circumstance or a personal reason why what I'm outlining isn't going to work for you, or that you can't be available to take the tests when I've outlined, get a hold of me as soon as you can. Please don't wait until the day before the test. If you can't take the test when it's supposed to, let me know beforehand and we'll make some other arrangements for you. The last thing I want to talk about is I've added an assignment to the week of 323 to 327 called the Icebreaker for Spring Break Return. If you would go into that assignment and just acknowledge to me that you've watched this video, and that way I'll know how many of you have already checked in and watched the video and how many people I still need to reach out to. Thanks for your patience, and I appreciate all your help, and please don't hesitate to contact me and let me know if there's something else I can do to get us all through this. So, okay, good luck. Bye-bye.